What is up, everybody? We're live. Gonna talk some early predictions today, some recent fight news. The MMA drought is still going on, which honestly, definitely tough for me, but we're grinding through it. There is Rise in action on this weekend, but it's on such an odd time. I believe the card starts at 12 a.m. Eastern time. So depending where you are, maybe you can catch it at a decent time. I will consider trying to watch it, especially if we can find the tape delayed. Then I definitely want to see it because I did go through the card. And I mean, there's some decent fights there. So hopefully, but it's not UFC. There's a different level with UFC versus, watching Ryzen and whatnot. And then boxing, though, does come back this weekend. There's some fights, so I gotta say I'm moderately excited for a little boxing. I'll drop a boxing beat video, and we'll talk about the Luis Ortiz card. I'll probably talk about each fight on the card. It's all heavyweight fights. Might as well go through the full thing. I think that should be an okay show. I don't know why the hell they're trying to do it on pay-per-view. That makes no sense to me. I feel like doing that fight on pay-per-view is not a smart idea to get anybody watching Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. But that's really what we got for fighting. It's Saturday boxing. We have a little bit of action for Ryzen, which is potentially hard to catch. And then next week, still, unfortunately, no fights, but I'll be dropping the full card predictions for the actual, UFC Vegas 45 early. I'll drop them on probably a Wednesday. Probably going to do an MMA Experts Award show next week, though. I'm thinking doing it just a couple days after the new year. I don't think it's a big deal because I don't have it ready now, and I'd rather just go through this card early this week. So we'll do that, and let's get into it. We'll start it off with the first fight of the night. Smash the like button, guys. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. You know how it is. If you know somebody that might like the content, share the video. And let's start it off here early. Finesse God. I'm excited to watch Holland grappling. Dude, I feel like Kevin Holland has an okay grappling game, but it's really the wrestling that's his biggest weakness. I mean, he does have a jiu-jitsu black belt. That's got to be counting for something there. Looking at this card, I want to pull it up real quick. I'll throw the polls up, of course. Joseph Holmes, who did he just beat? Jovan Patti. I've seen Joseph Holmes. Yes, he was on the Contender Series. Yes, he fought That's consistency, baby. I like that. And he's coming back, taking this UFC shot against Jamie Pickett. The ugly man. He didn't get signed right away, but he's going to be in the UFC real soon here. Let me get a poll up here for this fight. Pickett versus Holmes. Let's find it. Let's see. HOLMS, man. I apologize for the slight delay. I want to make sure I get this spelling correct here. All right. Pickett Holmes is the first fight. My early lean here has to be Joseph Holmes. I mean, Pickett, I got to give him some respect. He beat Starpoli here, but I don't know. Did he really deserve the nod? Jordan Wright lost. Tafan Chukwi lost. Joseph Holmes, prospect, somebody to watch. He's lanky. He's got the 80-inch reach, same as Pickett. From what I'm remembering, I think Holmes does have some decent hands. I think he could land some powerful strikes from range or on the inside with Jamie Pickett. I think he could hurt him. I'm leaning TKO for Joseph Holmes. As of right now, this is the real early prediction. This is prior to the film study. So, of course, likelihood we see a change for this one. And I'm curious the people's picks here. So get your votes in because I'm very curious to see where the people will lean here. It's the first fight of the night, so I know the votes will be on a lower scale, but get the vote in and let me know. Right now, it seems like the people are 50-50. I think Holmes have to lean with him, just simply the youth factor. I don't know. I feel like the performance on his side should be decent enough success. I think he'll go out there and pull it off. I'm going Holmes for the win here, but subject to change. Odds for this fight. Holmes is a minus 155 on the upside, minus 125 favorite, plus 135 dog, Jamie Pickett. I like it. I like the idea of this matchup here. Let's see. Fight goes distance, plus 130. Pickett wins inside distance. I like maybe Holmes inside distance, plus 155. We'll see as it gets closer. I'm not touching the line on this one because I'm not jumping at the bit to go bet this one at the moment. At least not yet. I mean, maybe with time, but not yet. I'm not jumping at the bit to bet this one. Right now, Pickett, Holmes. Right now, Pickett's in the lead. He's the underdog. So maybe you guys want to lean towards that dog early here. Value, not bad. Sitting at plus 135. That's okay. That's a solid underdog. I'll end the poll for this first one. Get your votes in if you haven't. Let's keep on running through this card. This is actually UFC Fight Night 200. Crazy enough, right? There's been 200 Fight Night cards. There's been a fuck ton of UFC events, man. Jeez. At this point, we've been around for a very long time with the cage. This one's scary? Yeah, bro. This one would be a scary betting one. Barcelos, I don't think this is the actual bout order, by the way. Barcelos versus Victor Henry. I swear, this fight, it got canceled, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it did. I'm 99% sure. Let me quickly check on the records. It was supposed to happen, yeah, the 18th. I remember. It's interesting they rebooked it. Instead of giving Barcelos maybe a higher level guy, they give him Henry. I don't know if the UFC's like that crazy about Barcelos. They're really not giving him the marketing push. Henry on the other side is a big chance to come through as an underdog, get a huge upset win, and set himself up for some good fights. Victor Henry. Let's see. I'm going to throw the poll out there. Victor Henry. I know the original people were strong on Barcelos. My pick is going to stay the same as when I broke this fight down earlier. Maybe it helps Henry more so because he'll be able to go a little bit longer. We see him with a higher level of a gas tank, and then potentially, what if, he's ready to go the full 3? Maybe he shocks the world here, but I'm going to go Barcelos. I'm leaning for decision for Hani Barcelos here. I'm not thinking that Victor Henry necessarily has the underdog tool set to get the W. I'm going Barcelos right now, leaning him, I think, win decision. I'm going decision here. So get the votes in, and let's see what the people think. Original, you guys were strong on Barcelos when this fight was first announced. I'm picking Barcelos still to win. I do think Henry has some things to like with his striking. Barcelos on this side more well-rounded, physically strong guy, good wrestling. Both guys 34. I'm going Barcelos for the win. Their birthdays are very close to one another's as well. Barcelos and Henry. We know the odds are going to be crazy wide. Let's see. Do they have them up yet? Am I missing it? I don't see it here. Let's see. See if I'm just not seeing it. No, they don't have it up. I'm going to check best fight odds. Maybe they have something for us. We'll see. Fury Grappling's on this week. Where is it? We know the odds are going to be widespread. Like, I can guess what they're going to be sitting at, but I just want to see. No odds officially yet. But Barcelos will be sitting around minus 350 plus maybe 225 plus 250. I don't know exactly what it'll be depending on which bookie you're at. Henry. I'm thinking it's going to be widespread with Barcelos as a real strong favorite. I do expect him to get the win. The people are on Barcelos as well. You like Barcelos but not betting. Dude, the value you're going to get is not going to be worth a bet on him, really. That's how I feel with this fight. I don't think it'd be worth throwing your cash down on this one. Barcelos, overwhelming favorite with the people, and the people are not wrong. So I think that is a very solid pick. I'm in agreement. Early lean for a fight we've already broke down. Barcelos gets it done. Let me keep on moving up the card. This is interesting. Benitez coming back after taking the disappointing L. That was against Billy Q, who turned out to be a lot better than we thought. TJ Brown, controversial win over Kai Kamaka, who's now Bellator. And he won in Bellator against DeJesus. I got to give some respect. DeJesus is pretty good. And Kai Kamaka was able to beat him. Like, that's a pretty solid attribute, I guess. Or not attribute, what? Success? Accomplishment? It's a good win for Kai Kamaka. But TJ Brown got a controversial decision over him in his most recent fight. I like Mowgli. I think if Benitez's age hasn't gotten to him, he's only 33. I don't believe it has. I do think he wins. Let me get the people's votes, guys. place your votes here. I want to see where you guys lean. Of course, the people's take is what we come for, especially early. We're so early for this card, Kattar versus Chikadze. We have a lot of time before it comes up, so we're mad early here. The super early predictions. I think Benitez. I'm leaning Mowgli Benitez. I think that he will chop down the legs. I think he will land strikes on the feet with the hands potentially as well. Brown will look to get the fight to the floor. I think you're going to see Brown shooting for takedowns. He's going to want to get top position here. On the feet, there's a level difference. I see damage being done. I see Mowgli getting a nice W for himself. Let's see. Right now, the people have it close. I'll pull up the odds, too, because I do want to see the lines for this matchup. Right now, the lines. Hopefully you have it. TJ Brown, plus 175. Mowgli, minus 180. I like Mowgli. Am I hesitant to bet him after the loss to Billy Q? Maybe a bit. But I really don't think TJ Brown's going to go out there and beat Mowgli. Because Mowgli's high level, man. He's still, I feel like a jump from even the Kai Kamakas. TJ Brown's recent fights. You look at the losses here. TJ Brown has lost to Jordan Griffin, Danny Chavez, and he has a win against Kai Kamaka. Mowgli lost to Billy Q. He beat Justin James. He lost to Morales, Sodiq Yusuf. He's lost some fights. He's on a rough go downward for certain. But I don't know. I feel like he should beat TJ Brown here. And the odds are not crazy, crazy wide. If they were wider, maybe you'd want to play the dog. Bad Abdul, he should not be the dog. Dude, we'll get to that fight in a minute here. Get your votes in, guys. I am curious everyone's take. Because I feel like this card is going to have some decent bets to potentially play. UFC Fight Night Kattar versus Chikadze. Oops, I didn't mean to click out of here. What is this card? Is it UFC Vegas 46? Or is it 47? Is it 46 or 47, man? We got to pull this up. Let me check because I need to find out. Is it 46 or 47? What was the last UFC Vegas? That was 45. So this is UFC Vegas 46 and the 200th UFC Fight Night. So we're mad early here. UFC Vegas 46, man. Damn, there's been a lot of UFC Vegas cards. Benitez, the strong favorite. It is 46, bro. 46. Yeah, I just had to look it up. I just checked the most recent prediction video, which unfortunately, man, too much time has passed, bro. I don't like how much time we've had to wait, but that is the fight game. It is what it is. We did some Ryzen picks, but Ryzen doesn't get the love, man. From the algorithm, from anything. Benitez, overwhelmingly strong favorite with the people, and that is very understandable here. What is up, bro? What is up? Shout out to you guys tuning in. The off week, just chatting it up. Next week, I will be sprucing it up, probably with the award show, I guess. We'll do the awards. I got to just create some graphics for it. I got some plans, man. I got some plans in the works. Let me jump to the next fight on the card. Vanessa Demopolis, Silvana Gomez Juarez. Both of these girls, a good look to them. Demopolis on the opposite side, Juarez. Pull that up. And I will say, guys, the same rule applies. The 50 like shoey will still be in store. If we get 50 likes on the stream while I'm live, we'll do a shoe. If you're watching after, still smash that like button, though. And then try to catch us live next time. I think from what I'm remembering of Juarez, see if it was the right matchup. Let's see. Godinez beat her. Was she on the contender? No, she was not. Man, I'm trying to remember her style. I know Lupita beat her. She's 37 getting into the UFC. Vanessa Demopolis, I got to lean towards her side. She's losing to Aldrich, winning LFA. Lost on the Contender Series. I remember that. She lost to Lupita by, majority decision. I think that Demopolis should win a decision here. As far as from Juarez, I don't remember a ton. I'll have to, go back and rewatch from Demopolis. I like the stand-up game. I like the Muay Thai. I'm going Vanessa Demopolis here. Early lean. Way out before the card over Silvana Gomez Juarez. I do think she goes out there and gets the W. Get your votes in on there. It's close. It's close. And I feel like this is one of those fights that's going to be close money either way you spin it. Let me see something here. Fight odds. Gomez Juarez minus 110, minus 105. Yeah, this is close. This is super close. Even Stevens money really here. Makes sense. Makes sense because it's even for me. I would have it even. I'll pick Demopolis, but it's even. It's even action. May the best girl win at this point. Because we'll have to go deeper. We actually do the legit breakdown. Because off the top, I can't remember I can't remember Juarez Gomez too much. Nothing stands out, but I know I like Demopolis' stand-up game. Get your votes in. We're at 50-50. I'm about to close this poll down. So if you want to place a vote, put it in there. Demopolis at fight ready too. Hey, we can see some improvement. I'm on Demopolis, man. Team Demopolis out here for sure. We'll end the poll there. Demopolis, early lean. For sure. I think she can get it done. But this is pre-study. I'm curious how many of the picks remain from the pre-study, to post-study. We release the real deal. Dakota Bush versus Borschev. Yeah, I think Borshev's going to run through Bush. I think he should get the finish potentially here. Bush, I believe, lost to... Was it? Oh, it was Austin Hubbard. Yeah, Austin Hubbard beat him. I mean, Austin Hubbard's actually not a bad fighter, but taking on a tough Russian... Your likelihood of success drops substantially when you're taking on a Borschev. I remember Borschev fought on Contender. See if I can flash myself back to that fight. Let me see. Who was it against? Borschev fought against Chris Duncan, and he knocked him out. Chris Duncan was 7-0 as well. Yeah. This is coming back to me. Yeah, Borshev's a monster. He's knocking Dakota Bush out. I think Dakota Bush is going to really struggle in this matchup. I think he's going to get beat. This is the early lean, but you got to like Borschev. Team alpha male. He's got the grappling game covered. He's got a nice stand-up game as well. Borschev, minus 210, plus 165. Might be a bet. Minus 210, not a terrible price tag if you're really trying to, throw a little something down, potentially get Borschev out there. Slav is a start. Might be star in the making. I like it. I like Borschev for the W, man. We're on Borschev. The people are on Borschev. Expected? Yeah, kind of. I did kind of expect a Borschev strong lean. The strong Borschev. His distance to ground game is so good. From what I remember, he was a savage. But it is blurry, man, because it's been a minute since I've seen him fight. Borschev, strong lean. Strong lean for the people. Respectably so. I'll close up this poll here, and we'll keep on running up. I wish we had, more exciting, relevant action to talk about in the fight game. Because right now, I mean, not a ton is really happening. What is the most trending thing in the fight game right now? What, Jake Paul and Dana White? The little banter shit? Not really a lot. I mean, Kevin Lee, I guess Kevin Lee returning. That's something to talk about. Kevin Lee's fighting Diego Sanchez. That's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see that. Some Bellator fights announced. Kassan Magomed Sharipov. Marina Rodriguez versus Jan Xenon. That's a cool fight. Been a quiet week, man. I know the people over the UFC need a little vacation. They're taking some off time, too. Not a ton going on in the fight world. Next one, Chase Sherman, Jake Collier. This is interesting. Chase Sherman can't beat Jake Collier, man. I don't know. Collier's not bad, though. I got to give some respect, actually, because you went out there and put on a good fight. Taking down, or losing to Felipe, like, taking some shots. He fucking scrapped. He brought it. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Good to see everybody tuning in. Smash the likes if you're just coming. Make sure to vote in the polls, too, as we get the early leans for this fight. Sherman versus Collier. Curious, what will your take on Francis Ngannou? That's hard, man. I've been all over the place on that one. Last week, we were going through it real early, and we talked about it. And, man, I got to say, I feel like Ciryl Gane has the technically better skill set, but we have to talk about power. One shot lands, it could be game over. Chase Sherman, the BKFC former champ, too. Does that carry weight? I don't think it carries a ton over in the UFC, man. What do you think of Eagle FC? Bro, honestly, I love what they're doing. I think that there is an open spot for like, a number 2 or 3 MMA league. There's 100% an opportunity for Eagle FC to overtake like a Bellator or even PFL. Like it's possible, 100%. Next 5 years, not right now, but I'm liking the idea of Eagle FC signing some big names. They're putting themselves as players right out the gate because Kevin Lee, that's a good guy to have. I mean, Bellator passed on him, but he's a nice addition to your welterweight division, especially Eagle FC. Collier versus Sherman. Right now, I'm nervous that Jake Collier would win this fight. I'm not super impressed by Sherman. I mean, 2 straight losses, and he lost to Parker Porter. Philippe split. John Vellante win. Tom Aspinall is a fucking monster, so of course he gets the win over Jake Collier. I think Jake Collier is adjusting to his new fatter frame, and I think he can go out there and win, and he's actually a slight favorite. I was expecting to see the lines actually favoring Chase Sherman, but no. Jake Collier, about minus 107, best value, more so around minus 115, minus 130, depending where you go. I think Jake Collier could win a decision here. Definitely lean in Jake right now early in the week, way fucking before the week, really weeks before. We got some time before this card, but it's nice to see where we can potentially go early on. Collier, Sherman, right now the people really lean in Jake Collier. Guys, also, if you're tuning in and you haven't yet, smash that like button. As always, with the late night lives, if you want to see that shoey, we got to get 50 likes up in here. Or we do it for an $8 donation. We have to add in that little asterisk, but really 50 likes is the main goal. So much love, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And Jake Collier right now, jumping out the gate, is a strong people's pick against Chase Sherman, and I have to agree. I'm not huge on Chase Sherman. I don't think Chase Sherman has a great game, and I feel like Jake Collier could 100% expose it because he's got a good wrestling base. He's got some decent hands, and I think he's going to beat Chase Sherman. Jake Collier for the W. We're on him. The people are with me. Widespread. Let's look here. Finalized poll. Incoming. Just ended it out. About 70% to 30%. It's a strong take towards Chase Sherman. Strong take towards Chase. Or excuse me, strong take towards Chase Sherman. Strong towards Jake Collier. I think he does get it done. He can do enough to win this fight. Let's keep on running up. I want to get to this damn main card, but a lot of fights. Brahimaj is back in action. Court McGee is not an easy fight. No way. The legendary Court McGee at this point. Like, true fucking OG of the fight game, Court McGee. E versus Brahimaj. Early lean here. From what I remember, Brahimaj, decently well-rounded. Let's see. Bad loss when he fought against... I'm trying to remember that fight against Max Griffin. Court McGee beat Claudio Silva, had a 3-fight losing streak, but he's been able to turn it up. We should be saying that Brahimaj has a high likelihood opportunity to beat Court. But it's hard to pick against a seasoned veteran who has been in the UFC since, what was it, Tough 11 that he was on? I believe that was a season. Or was it Tough 12? It was early. I think it was Tough 11 or 12. It was the coaches were Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell, but then eventually Rich Franklin had to step in because Tito, pulled out of the fight. I believe that was the season. Court McGee beat Brad Tavares. I watched that season. So crazy enough, Court McGee's been around for a long time, and he lost to Nick Ring on the show, too, which he came back in that wild card round. I got to go Court McGee. I'm going for the crusher. Right now, this is the early lean. As we film study, of course, there's a good chance that things could shift. McGee a very slight favorite as well over Brahimaj. So, yeah, I'm going with Court. I'm going with the man, Court McGee. Collier looks so much better in that fight with Philippe than he did in the fight against even Vellante. I was impressed by Jay Collier. I think what it is he's adjusted to his fatter body frame now. Like, he now is comfortable being a bit chubbier, having a bit more weight on him, whereas before, I mean, he was a shredded fucking 205er at one point in his life. Remy's ear almost fell off. Yeah, good they stopped it. Yeah, I'm going with Collier, man. We're going with he looked good. If you look good against Philippe, that deserves some type of respect. He probably should have deserved the decision, but Philippe got it. Philippe was expected to manhandle him, and Jay Collier brought that fight. Brahimaj is the strong people's favorite. Get your votes in, guys. And if you haven't, smash the like button too. Right now, Brahimaj out the gate. A lot more love from the people over Court McGee. Maybe I'm giving Court McGee too much credit. Am I? Potentially. He is an OG. And as we film study for this one, there's definitely a good chance that it shifts. But the early prediction, I got to go Court McGee. That's the gut pick of the week right here. Odds for this fight. Close. It's close money. Towards McGee. Close money. Very close money. Near even Stevens. Let's see what the poll is sitting at. 75% Brahimaj, 25% McGee. I get it. I do. Collier has a chin of steel. He does take a pretty good shot, but I don't know if you'd say chin of steel, man. I mean, Aspinall put him down in one big punch. But that was Aspinall. Aspinall's on the rise as like a potential, future of the heavyweight division type situation. Brahimaj, 77%. McGee, 23%. He does look about 48. Ramiz, the people want Ramiz. The official closing of the poll. We'll get the line out there. We'll tell you what it is. 76%. So strong favor of Brahimaj for the people. And he's an underdog. And honestly, people are usually not wrong. So this could definitely be one that we switch up. Next fight, Brian Kelleher versus Salikhov Kakhramonov. Big opportunity for Brian Kelleher to fight a notable prospect, but if he loses, puts him on the fritz here. Let me see. Kelleher, last fight, Simone beat him, and then he beat Domingo Pilarte. Not bad. I mean, Pilarte is like the high hope for Pilarte was there, but man, he never lived up to shit that was expected. He was like this dynamite striker. You thought he was going to be a problem in the UFC. Far from it, man. Who was that? Who was it that lost to Efrain? Philippe Nover. That was, to me, like the biggest overhype of all time. This guy might be the next Anderson Silva, the next George St. Pierre, whatever. And then ends up being a UFC washout quickly. I think now he's a nurse, crazy enough. I know he fought in Bellator, I think, at one point. He was just not UFC caliber, unfortunately, man. Yo, what is up, Uncle Weezy? Nice to see you in the chat, man. Shout out to you, bro. Nice to see you, man. Cheers, mate. We're out real early studying these fights, man. Right now, the people are on Kakhramonov. Understandable. It is. Kelleher, 20%. Kakhramonov, 80%. I think it's understandable. It makes sense early on. I feel like the likelihood of Kelleher getting a huge upset here is low, man. Kakhramonov, from what I remember of him, is pretty well-rounded dude. The win in the last fight, Trevin Jones. Prior to that, Tryson Lynn. Yeah, he's on the track to be worked towards contendership. Physical attributes a lot better than Brian Kelleher. Weight miss, though, in the last fight. It's something I guess we got to talk about. And this fight's still at 35, so they're not making him move up. This should be Sedyo Cub's fight. Kelleher has beaten prospects in the past. But I think Sedyo Cub gets it done here. 35, too. Kelleher's getting up there for the bantamweight division. Odds for this fight, minus 152, minus 150, really. Kelleher sitting around plus 139, so really plus 140. We got to go Sedyo Cub for the win, and the people, of course, in the same position. And that's totally understandable. You got boom. Crazy, man. Cheers, mate. Cheers, brother. I feel like, yeah, bro, 9-year age difference, prospect to watch. We know who they're building here. But Kelleher's pulled off the upsets in the past. 77, really, I don't know what's up with YouTube's voting system, but 78% for Kakhramonov. Kelleher, 22%. Strong favor of Kakhramonov. And the odds being not bad, potential bet here too. You want to beat the bookies and go bet it now? I personally am probably going to wait. I'm going to wait till the official picks drop, and then we can go out there and play a little something potentially on Sedyo Cub. Guys, if you haven't liked the stream, make sure to like it. You know, if we hit 50 while live, I get the shoe, and we do the business with it. Raw Dog Royval versus Rogerio Bontorin. You know, Bontorin's actually a difficult fight potentially for Brandon because he brings in a really good grappling game too. This is interesting. They have intrigued me with this matchup. Bontorin. Royval. Bontorin and Royval. Put the poll out there. Let's see. Want me to check the Tapology numbers for what the people have? Everybody's on the Raw Dog Royval. But what's interesting, I feel like Bontorin's not bad, though. Schnell, decision. Kai Kara-France had moments. Right now, it is early lean. Let's see the odds real quick. Let's go odds for a moment. I'm still leaning truly Royval to win, but I don't think Bontorin's easy. You know what? Minus 155, plus 145. I like these odds. I think Brandon Royval should go out there and win the fight. Seeing the odds at a quality price tag as well, I think he should beat Bontorin. Length advantage, height advantage. I think speed edge, kind of awkwardness edge really also for Royval. Bontorin, okay stand-up game. He can be hit. On the ground, he has a nice grappling base, but I think Royval has a different style that is more successful here, especially with his length. Royval for the win, leading maybe decision or even TKO of Bontorin. I don't know if he gets that sub up. Royval, unless Bontorin misses weight, I mean, it's probably going to be a Bontorin weight miss. You think it doesn't go distance? Yeah, I could see it going early. I'm feeling like Royval, what impresses me with him is his unpredictability. I mean, that elbow versus Kai, that was pretty sweet. I feel like Royval's nasty still. You know, he has some losses, but you can't hate on the young man, up and coming. Pantoja's a savage, and Brandon Moreno's the champion of the world. And Pantoja has a win over Brandon Moreno, who's the champ. So Brandon Royval is still in the title conversation with a win or two, you know, after this one here. So I'm going Royval. Makes sense that the people do agree. Royval, 83%. Let's go. What is up, bro? What is up? Good to see everyone in the chat. Glad you guys getting some votes in. Keep the votes coming. It's nice to be live for the late night live. Unfortunately, I know there isn't fights, so we're going early leans for this UFC Vegas 46 card. Get your voice heard. Place a vote. Smash that like button too. You think inside the distance might be the best bet? I'll see what the value is for you. Inside the distance. For this fight, Royval, Bontorin. Fight ends inside distance minus 205. It's expected to end. I think it does. And I think Royval should be on the right side of the win. John Henderson Brito. Man, this guy's 26. From this picture, he looks about 43. Holy shit. Is that accurate? This man looks old. That's crazy, man. That picture makes him look 43 years of age. Brito versus Algeo. Early. John Anderson Brito. Let's think back to this fight. Diego Lopez. That fight's a blur. I know I did cover him for the Contender Series. Kakhramonov. I feel like odds are going to take a factor in this early lean here. Cause let's see. Right now, minus 130, minus 118, best value Brito, plus 110 Algeo. Not an easy fight. I'm trying to think of that Diego Lopez fight. We gotta click. I gotta quickly search John Anderson Brito because I don't know if that's the best picture of him because I feel like I gotta remember this face. John Anderson Brito. All right, we're not finding it. Joe Anderson. Excuse me, not John. Joe Anderson Brito. Don't look that old. Yeah, that's just a picture. Jesus, man. He looked old as shit in that picture. But no, he looks like a normal guy. All right. I feel like it's hard to lean against the prospect, but Algeo's lanky and awkward. And this could definitely be a tricky fight. Let's see where the people have it. What's up, bro? What is up? Good to see you in the house, man. Brito gets hit too much. I feel like this Brito and Algeo. Fuck, man. It could be Algeo upset. Brito's a wild man. I have terrible memory. Listen, bro, I watch a fuckload of fights, man, and we've been off for a while, so I apologize about the on-the-spot memory not coming through like I got some fucking Matrix goggles on or some shit. Brito, 100%. I guess we got to go Brito. Right now, the people on Brito, the early lean is Brito all the way. He needs a good first and second. That's all. Yeah, I do think Algeo could be there the whole time. I think we have to agree. Algeo is tricky and he lasts. He can sit in there with some decent guys. Brito, right now, 78%. Strong favor. Let's end this poll out. Strong for Brito. Right now, I'll agree with the people. We'll see if the official picks, we stay on Brito or we jump to the other side of the fence on Algeo. Did I get the odds? Minus 130. Let's see. Do they think fight goes distance? I think that it may go distance. Okay. Interesting. I'm excited for this fight. I'm excited to dig more on Brito because I'm not remembering everything about the man. Clayton Rodriguez. This is exciting. Versus Zaruk Adashev. I like this fight. You know what? You can't absolutely sleep on Adashev. I know his record sucks, but he's a dangerous fighter in kickboxing. Now coming in, MMA. Interesting. Rodriguez. Adashev. Adashev or Adashev? Let's get the poll up here, guys. Let me the proper spelling out. All right, let's see. Clayton Rodriguez, you think lock? I do think he gets it done as well. I mean, like, he beat Ryan Benoit, but man, Benoit looked terrible in that fight when Adashev fought him. Like, I feel like Benoit looked like complete shit. Lost to Su Mataraju, not a bad loss. Tyson Nam, that was just a one touch of death KO. Zaruk Adashev, could he close distance and land something big on Kledson? Definitely possible. Kledson is pretty decent from range. His kickboxing game solid. I feel like Kledson should go out there and probably win a decision. If Adashev lands a powerful shot, the guy's a high-level striker. There's always an opportunity of upset. Odds for this matchup. Kledson strong, minus 239 plus 211. Strong favor for Kledson. Understandable. And possible. Likely even that he goes out there, wins a decision over Adashev. I don't think Adashev is all that great. I watched 20 hours of MMA a week, and I spoke 20 grams of remember nothing till I listened to the week on Sunday. That's funny as hell. I relate to that, bro. I do. Rodriguez lock, Kledson is a lock. Can't remember anything about these guys, dude. It's. I remember Adashev, everything about him. Kledson, I remember moments, man. Rodriguez can win by submission. Definitely somebody putting Adashev on his back would be a valuable thing. Kledson is bigger. Kledson's the people's pick here. Think Rodriguez walks him down and picks him apart? It's possible, man. For certain possibility. For certain. The odds of that one, strong favor for Rodriguez. Green line is with Kledson, but I guess he's the favorite in this one. Yeah, he's in a strong favorite status, man. If he was a little bit closer. Right now, that's big, man. Minus 240. That's big. That's widespread. I like the fight, though. This card's pretty good. This is the card bringing us back. I can't wait to give you like the official deep breakdown here, but I just wanted to early preview it with you guys, because we got time. We got topics we want to cover. Tomorrow I will be dropping some boxing predictions for that Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin card. For the people interested in the boxing game, I'll be dropping it. This next fight on this card is pretty exciting. If you're watching, you haven't, smash the like button. Michel Pereira and Muslim Salikhov. I love this matchup. Salikhov, little more technical than Pereira, but I feel like that could be the disadvantage here. I think the chaos that you get from Pereira, I think brings trouble. I think awkward movement, knockout power is definitely there with Pereira. I feel like he could land some big ones. Beating Chaos Williams is starting to look like a pretty valuable win. And I think that Pereira in this one against Salikhov, who just fought an old Francisco Trinaldo and struggled, I feel like Pereira could get a TKO in the second here. Benoit's a bum. Yeah, he's not great. Adashev looked pretty good, yeah, but it was against, I don't know what, Ryan Benoit looked worse than I had ever seen that night. I'm betting Kledson and Slava heavy on this card. I'm definitely going heavy on Slava. Kledson, we'll see. We'll see on that one. Yeah, I think these Contender Series guys should, though. I will say, this was, I remember the card. I believe they were on the same card in the Contender Series, but I might be mistaken. Michel's a lock if he fights smart. I think he will. But, of course, Salikhov, the karate fucking master, if he throws one spinning back kick, maybe Pereira's out of position, boom, land, we might be looking at a upsetting result. But most likely, I do think we'll see a win for Pereira. And I like TKO. Yeah, Pereira, man. Early lean, but I don't think this one will be one that changes. Because obviously, I have for this fight on the card, like, my memory's clear. I like Pereira's chances. If someone has doubt, remember to make a bet with the weird name. Dude, if you go with the opposite side, the weird name, Salikhov, I think you could be in some trouble here. He's got the OV at the end, but he's not a grappler. Salikhov's all stand-up, man. The true karate style fighting. He's not bad either. Now the odds, Pereira, slight favorite, minus 115, plus 105 about. I like Pereira to win. Guys, I think Pereira is going to put on a valuable performance. I feel like Salikhov is really good, but not that good. Ronaldo gave him a tough fight. Zaleski, close fight. Starpoli. I mean, you look, though, Pereira on the other side, he put on some good wins. I mean, I know Nico Price is not A1 at this point, but still dominant win. I know that Chaos Williams, was emerging at this point, but look at him now. He's able to fucking work nicely against Miguel Baeza and sleep him in one big shot. Right now, Chaos Williams has emerged his stock probably better than Pereira with that win. So he needs a big W against Salikhov. He needs it bad. Let's see what the people's poll is here. Strong for Pereira. Out with the old, in with the new. I like that term, man. He is reckless, though. And you know what? Salikhov lands one beautifully timed shot. It could end. Closing the poll here, but it seems like there is agreement amongst us all. Michel Pereira should put on a quality show and get himself a nice victory on this card. I want to see him get the win at the very least. Guys, if you haven't, smash that like button, show some love, and let's keep on running up as we early lean on this stream. Buckley versus Alhassan. Somebody's going to sleep here. I think that's a guarantee. Alhassan, I mean, you know what? The last fight, who was it against? Alessio Di Chirico. Yeah, he got him a one big shot. Lost to Alessio Di Chirico by Joaquin Buckley, crazy enough. So that's funny. I think this is somebody's getting knocked out type of fight. Somebody's going down. Buckley's boxing is good. Alhassan has that true one-touch power, and he's carried it up a weight class. He didn't look good early when he moved up, but he came into his own against Di Chirico. I mean, loses to Malhoun by a decision, then knocks Di Chirico out in one big shot. Buckley win against Arroyo. I guess that's a pretty solid win. He's got decent power. Younger guy. Alhassan, the thing that concerns me is his age. He also has that loss to Jacob Malhoun kind of just, staying over my head here. I'm nervous potentially. I feel like Alhassan is a tough spot, man. I feel like thinking about this fight, I just threw a poll out there with the wrong name. Of course, the names are wrong there. My apologies, guys. Let me reset this poll, because if Pereira fought Buckley, that would be a wild fight. I think Buckley's size would be an attribute here. Alhassan has moved up. He looked good knocking out Di Chirico, but I feel like Buckley's gonna get him, man. I'm gonna go with Joaquin Buckley. That's my early lean. But I got to see what the people think. Like, Alhassan hits really hard, but Buckley also does that, and he's a little bit quicker. And I don't think Alhassan's kicking him in the face, getting the knockout. If it happens, I wouldn't be shocked. But it could happen. But unlikely. Unlikely, but it could happen. KO by anyone, the KO, it's a lock. Yeah, this is a knockout fight. Do I question Michel's gas tank after the Price fight? I've always worried about the gas tank of Michel when he goes too crazy, but as long as he can pace himself, fight intelligently, he should be able to beat Salikhov for sure. Let's see the people where they lean. Get your votes in. Smash the like button. Pump that algorithm, baby. And let's see where the people are at here. Buckley right now out the gate, getting some love from the people. I'm going to pull up the odds real quick. We'll see where they're sitting around. Buckley, minus 137, really minus 135. Alhassan, plus 125. Hassan could get the KO. For certain, this fight ends inside the distance. If we go decision here, that'd be crazy. Fight ends inside distance, minus 350. I like Buckley by KO. It's not out yet. Buckley right now inside distance, plus 125. Alhassan inside distance, plus 177. Somebody's going down inside the distance. I'm almost 100% certain somebody's going to sleep. Picking the winner, it's who lands the big shot first. This is essentially a kind of coin flip style of fight. Buckley right now, strong out the gate, way ahead. Get your votes in, get your votes in, get your voice heard, and also smash that like button as well. Let's keep that algorithm flowing. As I've said earlier, if you're just tuning in, you didn't hear it, we get 50 likes while I'm live. We grab the shoe and we take it down. I know some of you sickos out there love the shoey. Honestly, I don't mind doing them for the right price. Would love to know who's reffing this fight. I'm hoping that it's Herb Dean, man, so we can stop it early, man. Nah, I hope not. I would say Who's my favorite ref right now? I kind of got to lean Herzog. I like Herzog a lot most of the time. Who's the favorite in this fight? Buckley's the favorite. 9-year age difference. I'm going with youth. I'm going with Buckley's youth here. I think he can knock out Alhassan. Of course, Alhassan can do the same to him. Of course. One big shot lands for Alhassan. It could end like this. It could be blink of an eye, fight over, good night, and Alhassan gets his hand raised. But it could also go the exact opposite. Alhassan's the underdog, bro. Right now, Buckley, minus 137, man. That's best value. Like minus 140, you'll find him at. Buckley's the favorite here. Get the knockout of the year last year, too. I'm going Buckley. Buckley wins by KO. Mark Smith, dude, I like Mark Smith, too. I like Big Dan Mergliana, man. I remember when I met him at the fucking BKFC event. I regret not taking a picture with him. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I said what's up to him. The people around Buckley. I'm about to close the poll down, so get your final votes in. And also smash that like button. Ending the poll. Officially. They are sitting at favoriting towards Buckley strongly. 85% for Buckley. I like it. Buckley. On Buckley. Joaquin Buckley. I like Buckley, man. I like his name, too. Joaquin Buckley. I think he gets it done. Co-main. I don't know if this is the official bout order. We'll find out. Jennifer Maia, Caitlin Chookagian, 2. The rematch everybody's asked for. We've been clamoring at the bit to see this fight again. Now, I don't think anybody asked for this fight, but you know what? It's actually not a bad rematch. It kind of makes sense. I mean, who's going to be fighting Valentina again? I don't know. Maia beat Jessica Ai. Chookagian beat Calvillo. Anna Rujao. I feel like Jennifer Maia's grappling game is the difference maker. Where was the fight that they had previously? She did beat Jennifer Maia on a decision. That's back in 2019. Got to go back and rewatch that fight. You know, obviously before we give the official pick. I feel like Jennifer Maia could get it done here if she can get the fight to the floor. The problem, you got a lot of range on the side of Chookagian. And I mean, she wants that rematch against Shevchenko. She has a loss to Andrade, but other than that, 2 in a row. If she wins here, it's hard to argue that she might be the #1 contender for Valentina. This is a tricky one. Let's see what the people have it. Do you pick who won the last time, or are we going the other way? Favorite ref is Keith Peterson without smelling at cigarette and beer. What's up, bro? What is up? Shout out to everybody just tuning in. Smash that like button if you are. Let's get that algorithm pumping. Show some love. The early leans are out here. Can't pick Chookagian. Understandable. Best ref ever. Dude, that guy. Terrible reffing. Who was the fighters that were in that matchup? What was the fight? It should have been stopped. That was crazy. And then he took 2 points. That was nuts, man. That referee, thankfully, got shut off for the rest of the night. They said, we're not bringing this psychopath back. He's never reffing a fight in the UFC ever again. Trust me. I'm like, does he have a personal vendetta against one of the guys? Like, what the fuck is going on? What is up, bro? What is up? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Much love to all you guys, man. I'm glad to chat it up on an off week. An unfortunate off week, man. I hate that it's the off week. Chookagian looked way too good in the past 2 not to pick it. I get it. And especially she holds a win over Maia previously. Stylistically, it's a hard fight. St. Denis versus Zaleski. Yes, that is it. That was it. St. Denis a fucking savage for surviving, but he got fucked up. Maia's a lock in this fight, you think? Or is that a question mark? I don't know what the emoji is there. What's up, bro? What is up? Right now, it's 50-50. Get your votes in, people. Get your votes in. We need more votes, man. You're never betting him again. When did you bet on Chookagian and lost money? Was it against Andrade? It must have been. Maia's stand-up game is actually not that bad. It's gotten better. It's okay. She wants to get it on the ground. She had Valentina in some good positions on the floor, too. Maia's jumping out with a little favorite status. Let's see what the odds have it here officially. Jennifer Maia is a big dog. Plus 153, minus 160. Might be a dog or pass one. Wow. Maia gave Valentina hell, but not getting the love from the lines here. Better off for us, man, if we want to bet the underdog Maia for the win. The people are on Maia. Poll's about to be shut down, so get it in. Your gut says Maia. Okay, hey, man, play Maia. She's good plus money. It's a dog or pass potentially here. I thought this was going to be minus 115, minus 115. The UFC break is killing me too, bro. I am dealing with it as best that I can. The boxing beat's coming out tomorrow too. So if you like the boxing game at all, at the end of the day, there's action on Saturday. There's boxing. Luis Ortiz fighting. I'm going to break down that fight and the other decent heavyweight matchups on the undercard. So make sure to tune into that. I'll drop it sometime tomorrow. Think the UFC will add anything to the main card at 270? I don't think they will, because they're trying to keep the buys low to fuck Francis over potentially. Dog and lock. You like Maia? I like it, man. I like it. Closing the poll now. Officially, Maia's out ahead. And the people are rarely wrong here. So take that into consideration. 53% having UFC withdrawals. Yeah, as am I, bro. Ryzen's on. I'm going to try to catch it, but I'm not going to stay up all night to watch it. Spoiled American fan, bro. So not used to having to be up at all odd hours for the fight game. Chikadze versus Kattar. Depends, though. I'll probably put it on. And I keep myself up for at least like till 3 o'clock in the morning, but past 3 a.m., I'm going to be like, man, good night. Call it a night. Chikadze versus Kattar. This fight is exciting as fuck to me, because I really think Giga Chikadze is going to knock Calvin Kattar out cold. He's going to stop him. I think Chikadze in this fight is going to put on the performance of a lifetime. I think he's going to beat the brakes off Kattar. And I feel like Giga Chikadze has a legit chance to challenge for the title in 2022. Let's pull up the rankings. Where the UFC rankings at? Let's get this. Let's look at these divisional rankings. The official number 5, Calvin Kattar. Chikadze 8. If Kattar and Chikadze fight and Chikadze wins, I say he's about 1 away from a title shot, depending how the Holloway-Volkanovski situation goes down. So let's say he wins there. Maybe he fights Chan Sung Jung, Yair, or Brian Ortega, whoever's available. Maybe he fights Josh Emmett. That could be a potential number 1 contender fight. I'm all in for that. That would be fucking crazy. I think Chikadze beats Kattar. I think he beats Emmett. And I think he fights for the world title in 2022. I hope to see it. I'm a fan of Chikadze's style, and he's a really enjoyable guy to watch. He's a big favorite. Minus 213, plus 195. Calvin Kattar is a savage, and he still has potential to eventually challenge for a title. But Chikadze's striking game is a different level. That high-level kickboxing base is going to beat the damn tough boxing of Calvin Kattar. But seeing how bad he got picked apart by Max Holloway, I think Chikadze's precision is way too much here, and I think Chikadze stops him. I think he fucks him up here. You heard they added Latifi and Romanov fight to that card? Okay, I like it. Is this Chookagian's first fight back since having a kid? I don't believe it is. Could be wrong, though. Don't quote me. How to watch Ryzen? I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to see if they have it on the YouTube channel this time. It could be, I don't know. I just think that Chikadze's level of striking is different, man. I think Kattar's stock took a big hit from the Max fight. He definitely got fucking hurt in that fight. Which championship will change hands at the end of 2022? I think you'll see a new champ in... All right, you want to see it? Let me pull it up. Let's pull the rankings up. Now I'm curious. I talked about this last week, but now I don't remember. New bantamweight champ. It'll be Jan. I think probably there's a potential for a new lightweight champ for sure. Maybe Usman loses to Hamzat in 2022. Adesanya will remain. Glover loses the belt. Francis... I don't know. That's tricky. It depends how this Gon fight goes. It's a toss-up. Valentina will hold the title. Namajunas could lose it. Pena, I do believe, could hold the belt if it's a Nunes rematch, but I think she'll lose potentially to Holly Holm or to Valentina. And at featherweight, Nunes, I don't think that division even fucking exists. So I'd say Nunes probably holds the title. I don't know if there'll even be a title defense there. I have no idea with that weight class, if it's a real thing or not at this point. That's a good fight they added, man. I'm glad. Yeah, Chikadze is a different animal, man. Light heavyweight, bantamweight, heavyweight, definitely agree. Potential with the women's divisions for sure, too. Imagine Carla Esparza captures the belt. That'd be nuts. Francis is leaving the UFC. Well, he has this next fight and then one more on the contract. So he's not going to be out of the UFC easy, man. They ain't letting him go. The UFC does not let go of fighters easily. There is no chance you see the UFC saying, Francis, free to go, get out of here. Yeah. No, it's going to be fucking hell, man. They're going to give him maybe Ciryl Gane. If that fight's close, you do a fucking rematch. I don't know, maybe John Jones. They're going to try to put any man in front of him to beat him, I feel. We'll see. We'll see. Or they give him a shit matchup, a fight that doesn't sell. Maybe they do the Stipe rematch. Depends if Francis beats Ciryl Gane. That has a lot to do with his future. If he loses to Ciryl Gane and he's saying he's leaving the UFC, they're not giving him a rematch. Doesn't matter that he's the champion of the world, you know, and he's the guy. I think probably they'd move towards Gane versus John Jones. That's a fight they want to do. And they'd probably do maybe Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou as a send-off fight. I think that would be it. Bro, the boxing money is fucking huge, so he definitely could make a lot. Poll officially, by the way, Chikadze strong with the people over Kattar, and I agree. Guys, smash that like button. We'll chat it up a bit more. Ryzen has a card, which I did a breakdown for Ryzen, but it didn't really get a ton of traction. I don't think the love is necessarily there for the Ryzen card, but it's the only fights that were on, so we had to cover a little bit of something. Still some high-level action. I think Chikadze could fight for the title in 2022. If not, he'd be very close to it by the end. Overall, this is a great card to come back with. I can't wait to see it. We are in the MMA drought, guys. This is what it feels like. Right now, you look at MMA news. Where does Kevin Lee fit into all of this? I mean, he's jealous of Sean O'Malley. Rogan deserves more respect for helping build MMA. Best broadcast reactions. Jake Paul's impact. Magomed Sharipov's brother will be fighting. I'm excited to see how he looks out there. I think he's probably going to put on a dominant display because this kid's nasty. Alexis Davis versus Stolarenko. I like Alexis Davis to win. Marina Rodriguez, Jan Xanan. I feel like Rodriguez is looking good, but she's fighting a dangerous striker with Jan, who is still close to the title regardless of that big loss. Did AJ make a bigger splash for Bellator in 2021? I don't think AJ McGee made a huge splash for Bellator, but it was big. Rest in peace, John Madden. That's something else, man. Not really a ton of news. Benson Henderson versus Islam Mamedov. It's interesting, right? Mamedov just beat the man who he lost to, which was Brent Primus. Who you got? Gane or Francis? Early lean. I have to go towards Francis's power, but I'm confirmed. I'm not confused. I'm torn. I'm torn as hell. What's a matchup I want to see for 2022? For 2022, I really want to see John Jones return at heavyweight versus literally any heavyweight. Any heavyweight. Any of them. I don't care who it is. I want to see John Jones back. I'm leaning Gane, but only because I've bet him on every fight in the UFC so far. Dude, he's a great guy to bet on. He's fucking confirmed savage. He's got amazing skills. He's well-rounded as hell. I'm a big fan of Gane. And I really like Francis. So it's hard to pick between really two of my favorite heavyweight fighters in a very long time. Who's the best? Yuri, Rakic, and Kalayev? Man, I have to say, I feel like Rakic might surprise us all and beat both of them. But Yuri's definitely the most dangerous. And Kalayev, I would say, is the most well-rounded and entertaining. Rakic is just hard to beat, man. You think Yuri's the best out of the three? It's definitely possible, but I feel like somebody's going to beat Yuri Prochazka in the UFC. I think he's going to fight for the belt against Glover and win, but then I do think he'll drop the belt in a fight versus some savage. I don't know who it'll be. Maybe Jan Blachowicz in him if Jan can beat Rakic. There's a lot of potential, man. The fight game has so much excitement coming in 2022. Let's look ahead. Just for a moment, let's look ahead to the schedule for 2022. All right, we have the Chikadze card we just went through, UFC 270, which is a nice card. Now they added some more fights. Moreno-Figueiredo rematch, Francis Cyril, Greg Hardy Oleinik, Ilia Topuria, Movsar Evloev, Trevin Giles, Michael Morales. I mean, this is a good card. I like this card a lot. And I think we did get an addition of Ilir Latifi taking on Alexander Romanov, which is a fun fight. Bellator 273, Bader versus Moldavsky to unify that heavyweight belt. Hermansson Strickland's a fight that's coming up in February. I really like. That's a decent card. Definitely the main event's good. The undercard is solid. It's entertaining. I'm more excited than anything for Brian Battle and Trayshawn to go at it to confirm who is the real Ultimate Fighter winner. Even though forever etched in stone, it will be Brian Battle. Israel Adesanya, Robert Whittaker. I like Izzy early lean. I like Brunson over Cannonier early potentially. Phillips, Roja. There's some great fights coming up. 2022 is going to be a hell of a year for mixed martial arts. I'm telling you guys, the channel too, it's going to be a hell of a year because we're hitting 10,000 subs in 2022, which I can't wait for. You guys will be along for the ride. The late night lives will continue. I guess we'll probably get up at least to like 40 something late night lives in 2022, maybe 50, depending on how many cards there are. Another UFC fight night, but no confirmed main event. Dariush Makhachev, February 26th is a great fight. Edson Barboza, Bryce Mitchell, Ankalaev versus Thiago Santos. I think Ankalaev runs through him. Blachowicz takes on Rakic later on that month. There's so much great action coming up in 2022, guys. Holy hell. It's going to be a hell of a year. It's going to be a hell of a year. Yuri might be one of the most entertaining fighters. Yeah, I do think so. Light heavyweight's going to be such a division. As long as it goes. No, the Glover will fight. Glover will fight. Dariush versus Islam. Who you got? Islam Makhachev. I do think he wins. Charles and Islam is a crazy fight. I think that Charles could submit Islam, though. But there's a good possibility Islam Makhachev wins. You got Jared over Brunson. Definitely possible. You could knock him out. Islam ×2. I like Dariush, but hard to pick anyone against Islam. Yeah, it's hard to pick against Islam. Overall, we got a great year coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Thinking next week we'll do some yearly MMA awards, and then the day after the live, I will drop the legit full card predictions for UFC Vegas 46, the 200th fight night. So guys, if you haven't, smash that like button, show some love, and I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. Next week, we will be back on our normal Tuesday schedule as well. So make sure you keep your eye out. I'll drop the boxing beat tomorrow. We'll talk about the fights coming up on Saturday. Thank you all so much for tuning in, man. Gotta say, really appreciate everybody coming in, chatting it up. You got Charles over Islam as well. I think the submission game will be another level. Much love, guys. I'm signing off. Smash that like button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.